Hi guys, I'm going to make a video today about financial resources that can hopefully help you if you have a disabled child and are unable to work, have low income, or you just need a break and you need to, go to the store. Like people can actually come to your house and watch your child for you. I know that sounds like I don't trust anybody with my kid, but I'll go more into detail about it. I made a list, so if you see me looking down, I'm just reading the list. I just want to share this because I didn't know any of this stuff when I found out my life was going to change and I wasn't going to be able to work anymore and my baby was disabled. So if you're freaking out and you feel like you don't know what you're going to do, you don't know how you're going to afford stuff, like take a deep breath. It's going to be okay. I live in the state of California. This may vary per state or country. These are the resources that are available in California. I know each state is different, but I'm pretty sure wherever you are, there's help. So I'll go down the list and I'll explain about each one. And I hope it helps you. The biggest one for me financially, Medi-Cal. I have Medi-Cal and my daughter has Medi-Cal. A lot of people think that if you have low income, if you don't have low income, you don't qualify for Medi-Cal. That's not completely true. Um, Always apply. It never hurts to apply. If anything, it just takes a little bit of time, but it's totally worth it. From what I've been told, if your child is disabled, most times you will qualify for Medi-Cal. That's not confirmed. That's what I've been told. In my case, I can't work. I just qualify for it. So don't quote me on it, but truly look into it and always apply. Never stop fighting for your kids. So Medi-Cal, what is Medi-Cal? Medi-Cal, the state basically pays for all of your child's doctor's visits, your physical therapy, your occupational therapy, your speech, any emergency visits, and medical equipment. The list goes on. Hundreds and thousands of dollars I've saved, thank God, that we qualify for it, and the state pays for it. So apply for Medi-Cal. Inland Regional Center. Inland Regional Center they provide teachers who actually come to your home and they help your disabled child with stimulation and basic needs. And I got lucky. I got an amazing teacher and she's become like a part of our family. We were seeing her twice a week and we've had to only see her once a week because Flora has so many doctor's appointments, but they're just good people who really want to help you. And she helped us with so many things. Like I couldn't even carry my daughter before without hurting her, and she taught me like different ways. Or we would sit there for hours and we would brainstorm. Like even when she was off, she would text me like, "Hey, try this. This is a good idea," or "Hey, I was thinking of this." And she's helped me the most from everybody. She's like my family, and I love her so much. So Inland Regional Center has really good teachers that will come and they will work with your child, whether it's like mentally or physically. Every need is tailored to your child's disability. They provide physical therapy and occupational therapy if you're unable to get it through Medi-Cal or any other form. If for some reason you're unable to get into it, because some of these things have long waiting lists, they'll provide it temporarily until you're able to get what you need. So that's number 2, Inland Regional Center. I know I'm going back, but Medi-Cal. If you have doctor's bills and you're just now hearing about this, or you never thought about applying for it, and you do get approved for Medi-Cal, you can always request to have that backdated a year. And I mean, it never hurts to ask. Sometimes they'll pay it, those bills, that way you don't have to. So yes. Okay. So number 3, IHSS, in-home supportive services. This is where the state will pay you to stay home and take care of your child. And as great as that sounds, it's a process, because If your child is under 3 years old, a lot of times the state doesn't see it as they need help. I'm saying that wrong. The state sees it as, well, you have to give your baby a bath. Either way, even if your baby wasn't disabled, you would have to give it a bath. So we're not going to give you hours for that. You're going to have to feed your baby. Even if your baby wasn't disabled, we're not going to give you hours for that. So even though you are working 24/7, um, unfortunately, that's not how it works. They're going to give you a certain amount of hours that you can use every month, and then they'll pay you for that. Most kids don't get approved under the age of 3. God is good, and Flora got approved. I got an amazing person who came to kind of inspect. That's how it works. You apply for it, and then somebody comes to your home, and they kind of see how you live, and they inspect, and they're like, why should we give her services? Does she really need it? Um, I've heard different stories. I've heard that they're really strict and they try to find reasons not to give it to you. I personally didn't go through that. I had an amazing um, inspector who, I don't even know if that's what they're called, but she came to my house and she was just so kind. And she said, I'm going to do everything in my power to get you hours because your daughter deserves them. So we were able to get some hours. We didn't get a lot. I don't get a lot. Um, They say after 3, 4 years old, you can always reapply. Not even after then, you can just continue reapplying and having somebody to come check out your house and explaining to them why you need more hours, but it's very difficult to get in. I'm not trying to discourage you. I just don't want you to think, my child's disabled, I'm instantly going to get all this time and all this money, because that's not how it works. But try, and keep trying and never give up. Every case is different. I know if your kid has autism, like, they qualify for the most hours, because a lot of I know it varies case for case, but a lot of times you have to make sure your child isn't hurt, or you're always monitoring them 24/7. So they give mothers and fathers, caregivers, just more time if their child's autistic. There are advocates who will fight for you to get more hours. They're like lawyers. I did try to get one, because I'll be very blunt. I only got 37 hours a month. That's how much time the state thinks that I deserve for my daughter, which is unrealistic, because she can't move her arms, her legs, she can't sit, she can't do anything. But anyways, not going to be negative, but it does suck. So I called the lawyers, and I asked them, can you fight for me? Is there something you can do? And then she told me, you're lucky you even got the hours that you got. Just keep trying. She didn't want to help me, and I get it. It's okay. So sorry, I don't want to be negative, but I'm just being honest. Apply for it. There are advocates who will fight for you if your child has autism. That's kind of what the advocates really like to fight for, because it's an easier case to prove that those children need help 24/7, because they're constantly moving and can be in danger. And I agree, it's hard. But you can always call them and see if they'll take your case and if they can help you get more hours. There is a union, once you are part of IHSS, that I highly recommend you apply for. They have free workshops, and they will help you get more hours, and they will give you paperwork to give to your doctors to fill out so that you can resubmit and try to get more hours. That's kind of the process I'm in right now. I'll let you know how that goes, but there's hope. Never stop trying. Never stop trying. If you can't be your child's caregiver, you have to work. There's IHSS that you can apply for, where somebody will come and they will take care of your child, and then the state pays them. So it doesn't have to just be you. You can also have other people watch them, professionals, obviously, or it can even be somebody you trust and they just go through the program. So that is a good one. It's a lot of information. It takes a long time, I'm not going to lie, but it's worth it, because anything is better than nothing. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Number 4 is respite care. RESPITE. Uh, that is similar, except if you've got to go to the grocery store and you're like, oh, I just want to go to the grocery store and I don't want to take these kids with me, or I've got like so much going on. I just need to breathe. I just need to like drive in my car and get away. Um, Not that you would just want to drive and get away from your kids, but like sometimes you can't melt down in front of them, and you have to have you time. You got to take care of yourself, because if you don't, your whole house feels it. So anyways, respite care, I'm just going to call it that. I don't know how to pronounce it. They come to your house and they will watch your children for you for like an hour or two, and then you get a little break. Then the state pays them. So that's something you can apply for as well. Obviously, somebody just doesn't show up and leave. They come, they build a relationship with your child, you trust them. If you're like, oh, I don't like them, or I don't think they understand my situation, you just request somebody else. I haven't done this. It's been offered to me. I haven't even signed up for it, because in my case, like, nobody can watch Flora except for me and her dad. So, because we know how to pick her up without hurting her. And I don't want to practice. I don't want somebody else to practice, picking her up and hurt her. So I'm a helicopter mom sometimes. That's my baby. Number 5, SSI. So Social Security income for your daughter, your son, your little one. You can get money from the state. I believe it's up to $1,000 every month. You do have to qualify. It's so like we own a home and cars, and that disqualified us. It's crazy, but I don't want to discourage you. And don't not apply because you have a home and cars. Like, by all means, apply for everything. It never hurts to apply. It just didn't work out for us, but you can get up to $1,000 a month from the state as well for your disabled child if you qualify. So I'm gonna post links for all this, so you guys can just click on it, and hopefully it helps you. I know it's a lot of information, but I've learned this in a matter of a year and a half, so you're getting it all in under 20 minutes. WIC is the next one. I think everybody knows about WIC, but if you don't, it's Women, Infant, and Children, I think. I'm so bad at this. But it's free food. It's free food for you and your kids. If you have babies, they'll give you free formula. Apply for it. It really helps you. All you have to do is take a couple of classes online. They'll send you like videos to watch, and they're good videos. They're informational about your child's nutrition and development. And then they call you every couple months to see how your baby's doing and see if you need anything, if you need to change your program. Flora's a year and a half now, so we're no longer getting formula. We are getting almond milk, since she doesn't do well with dairy. So we've customized that, and then we get fruits, vegetables, wheats, and stuff like that. So apply for WIC. WIC is great. CALFRESH. CALFRESH is the next one. I didn't get that one. I tried. I applied for everything, but it's like food stamps, so money for food, and that's a good one. And I think I covered everything that I know so far that can help you financially. The last one is if you dial 211, it is a 24/7 information. So it's about everything that I went over. You can call them and get more information about other stuff. Housing, like, just depends on your situation, but it's 24/7. Call it if you need help with finances, housing, food. It's really good, and it will be there to help you. This is California. I don't know other states, but I hope I helped. That's the whole goal of this video. I want you to know God loves you. He's there for you. This is a battle, and you're not alone. He's going to go through it with you. He won't put you in a situation that he won't bring you out of. And Sometimes we wonder why it's taking so long and we wonder why. But if you shift your focus on Him and you give it to Him and you say, God, I trust you. You make no mistakes. He knows all the number of hairs on your head. He knew you before you were born, and He knows you can handle this. He knows you will take care of that child. So He's not making a mistake. He's just doing this all at His time for His glory. Be patient. This whole video was about finances, right? And it's important. That's why I made it. But before you do any of this, make sure you're good emotionally inside, because that's most important. Money comes and goes, and it's easier said than done, I know, but focus on your soul, because it's hard to do all this when you're depressed. And it's okay if you're depressed. It's sad when your baby's disabled, but it's going to be okay. Look at the bright side. If you can start with 5 things to be grateful for every day, and my baby smiled today, or my baby, I don't know, did something different today, or she looks at me like she loves me, or she said a new word. I don't know, anything. You woke up today, you're breathing, you have a home, we have food, we're alive, everything. If you start thanking God for the tiniest things, by the time you get to number 4, you just start thinking of other things and other things and other things. And then you're like, okay, the glass is half full, not half empty. So I'm just saying, try to stay positive. It's a journey. You're not alone. I'm going through it right now. It gets easier, and I hope this helped. And if you have any questions for me, leave me a comment, and I will do my best to help you if I have an answer. If not, I will do my best to get an answer for you. Okay, bye-bye.